Assalamualaikum students, my name is Muhammad Ibrahim. Welcome to Mishal Education. Dear students, today our topic is O-level physics kinematics. Before going to start this topic, kindly subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get our new videos on the time. Let's start O-level physics kinematics chapter number 3. What is kinematics? Kinematics is the branch of mechanics that is concerned with the pure motion and is not concerned with the force involving those motion. In other words, we can say that kinematics is the branch of mechanics in which we study about motion of the object without reference of force. Force is not involved in this. The next topic is distance. In terms of kinematics, distance is the length covered by a moving object. After distance, next topic is displacement. Displacement is the linear distance between 2 points. Linear means straight distance, or in another word we can define displacement. It is the shortest distance between 2 points. It's called displacement. Displacement is the linear distance traveled by an object from starting point to end point. What is linear distance? Linear distance means distance in a straight line with proper direction, with a fixed direction. SI unit of both distance and displacement is meters, but distance is a scalar quantity, it has no direction, and displacement is vector quantity, it has direction. Let's look at this concept with example. Most of the students get confused about distance and displacement, and they cannot differentiate between them and these two, so I'm explaining it with the help of example. For example, here 3 points are given, that A, B and C. These are 3 different points. A body is traveling through this path, A to B and B to C. Suppose a car travels from A to B and then B to C, see in the diagram. What is the total distance and displacement? The total distance of car is total distance covered by the car, that means 15 meters plus 7 meters is equals to 22 meters. The answer is the total distance covered is the length that it moves, that is distance is equal to 15 plus 7 is equal to 22 meters, but displacement of this car displacement is equals to 10 meters, because it follows the shortest distance between 2 points. It is a linear distance between 2 points, we can say. In same example, because this is the linear distance covered between the starting and end point, the car now further travel from C to A. What is now the total distance and the displacement starting from A and traveling back to A? From C, the car travel back to A with this path, and it can also travel from here to there. What is distance between these two situation? Answer is, now the total distance will be 22 plus 20 is equals to 40 meters, and the total displacement will be is equal to 0 meter. Why it is 0? Because the starting and end point of are same, and there is 0 meters of linear distance between them. Means the car follows this path, it travel from A to C and come back to A. There is 0 linear distance between A to A. That's why total displacement is 0. Now moving on, the speed and velocity. Most of the students get confused what is speed and velocity. Speed is the rate of change of distance. It is measured in meter per second, and it is a scalar quantity. Formula: speed is equal to distance traveled upon time taken. Velocity is the rate of change of displacement, not distance. It also measured in meter per second. It is a vector quantity. Speed is scalar quantity. Speed has no direction, but velocity has direction. The formula: velocity is equal to displacement upon time taken. You would find penalty of example on your on speed velocity calculation on your book. Therefore, I am not adding another one here. Next, we are going to look at the acceleration. In simplest term, acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. It is measured in meter per second square. It is a vector quantity. Acceleration formula of acceleration: acceleration is equal to change in velocity upon time taken. Change in velocity means final velocity minus initial velocity. But the question is still remain, what is acceleration actually is, or what happens during acceleration? So if we look at the deeper definition, we will get whenever there is change in velocity, there is acceleration. If the velocity is not changing, then there is zero or no acceleration. But another thing to note that velocity is vector quantity, so if the direction of the object changes, then its velocity changes, hence its acceleration changes. So either change in magnitude or the change in direction both result in an acceleration. This is an important topic to note, as this often comes as conceptual question in CIE O-level exams. There are two types of acceleration, that is uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. As everyone knows, uniform means constant and non-uniform means changing. Uniform acceleration is when the rate of change of velocity remain constant. Another name of uniform acceleration is constant acceleration. Constant acceleration means that acceleration does not change but remain constant. It does not increase or decrease with time. But what actually does that means? It means that for an object traveling with acceleration 5 meter per second square, every 1 second its velocity increases by 5 meter per second each second. This means every 1 second the object's speed change like 5 meter per second in first second, 10 meter per second in second, and 15 meter per second in third second, means difference of each is 5 meter per second, so on. Thus the velocity change by 5 meter each second or each unit time. It forms a straight line on velocity time graph that we will discuss later. Thus the formal definition would be uniform acceleration is when the velocity change at steady rate, constant rate. Non-uniform acceleration, as you have assumed from the definition above, non-uniform acceleration is when the velocity does not change at steady rate, means constant rate. For example, an object's velocity changes like this in each second. First second 2 meter per second, third second, second second 3 meter per second, 5 meter, 10 meter, 19 meter. Their difference are not constant. Here difference between these two is 1 meter per second, and difference between these two is 2 meter per second, difference between these two is 7 meter per second, and difference between these two is 9 meter per second, and so on. Thus I can no longer say that the velocity change by fixed is not applicable here. Some unit every second In the example of uniform acceleration, it was changing by 5 meter per second. Remember, uniform means not changing and non-uniform means changing. Note that these do not hold the same meanings as acceleration and deceleration. This is something different. Acceleration is known as positive acceleration. When the object speed up, it is called positive acceleration. For example, an object is moves from rest, because rest means its initial velocity is 0 meter per second. After some time, its velocity become 10 meter per second. It means velocity is increasing from 0 to 10 meter per second. It means changing velocity took place, means acceleration is produced. That acceleration is positive acceleration. When an object speed up with time, it travel positive acceleration. It is called positive acceleration. An upward slope graph represent positive acceleration in velocity time graph. This object is speeding up, it means it is positive. It has positive acceleration. Its velocity with time continuously increasing. Same as it is when object is slowing down, its velocity with respect to time is decreasing. This is negative acceleration. In your syllabus, describe deceleration or negative acceleration. When an object slows down, it is called deceleration or negative acceleration. When an object slows down with time, it is called decelerating. A negative slope represents deceleration in velocity time graph that is given here. Note that this is just simple representation of the concept using straight line. Those could be curve as well. What is important to notice over here is the slope of the graph, which shows acceleration and deceleration. Distance time graph. Gradient is equals to y-axis upon x-axis. The gradient of the distance time graph is speed, and the gradient of velocity time graph is acceleration. The unit of speed upon velocity shown on the gradient can be found by x and y-axis of the gradient. Generally, it is either meter per second or kilometer per hour. Note that since distance is scalar quantity, distance time graph only goes in one direction, but the change of direction can be shown in the distance time graph. Here are some examples of distance time graph. If the object is at stationary, there are two possibilities of graph. Object at some distance, stopped stationary at some distance, time is going on but distance is not changing. Another example is if the object is at initial point, the time moves forward or changing but the distance is not changing. Here is another example of distance time graph, that uniform velocity change in distance per unit time is constant. And this is the example. Here are two graphs are given. One line is this curve and another is this curve. This is the example of non-uniform speed. Why it is non-uniform? Because at initial in this line, initially the car is moving fast, mean at short interval of time it is covering large distance. After some time it's slowing down. But in this line you can see that the time is passing, but the distance covered in unit time is very low. Suddenly, abruptly, the distance covered in unit time is shoot up or changed. It means the object is speed up. Here is another graph. Three lines are given for three different type of motion. The steeper the graph, the greater the speed. it means the red line has greater speed, after that purple, and then blue. In this example, velocity time, it is the displacement time graph. It shows velocity that it changing its direction. If you have any queries about the speed time graph, just write in the comment section below. Now we are going to discuss about velocity time graph. The gradient of velocity time graph is acceleration. As we know that the gradient of distance time graph is velocity, as gradient of velocity time graph is acceleration. If object is at rest, velocity is 0, but time is changing. Here in velocity time graph, uniform velocity means acceleration is 0 here. Here constant acceleration mean change in velocity per unit time is constant for positive acceleration, and this is deceleration or negative acceleration but constant deceleration. Here non-uniform acceleration, change in velocity per unit time is changing. Here change in velocity per unit time is greater than this portion. Same as it is, this line shows, this line also shows the non-uniform acceleration. Change in velocity per unit time is less here, and it is greater here in this portion. Same as it is, change in non-uniform deceleration, change in velocity is not constant here. We know that the steeper a graph, the greater the gradient. Thus the steeper velocity time graph means higher acceleration. We also know that the area under velocity time graph gives the distance traveled. Review these things when you study in your book. Now we are going to study about free fall acceleration. That is due to gravity of Earth. Acceleration caused by pull of Earth's gravity is constant near the surface and approximately 10 meter per second square. This is called acceleration of free fall and is denoted by g, where g is equals to 10 meter per second. We know now what constant uniform acceleration means. Motion of bodies with constant weight falling with or without air resistance. This section requires knowledge for the chapter of Newtonian mechanics, because there is plenty of diagram based explanations and graphs of these in the book. I am going to keep it brief and to the point only. Falling without air resistance. Any object falling near the Earth's surface experience a force called air resistance that tends to slow the object down. To observe the effect of falling body without air resistance, we carry it out in vacuum container. In vacuum container, air resistance does not act on the falling object. When the object falls, only force acting on the object, that is gravity. Thus the object accelerates until it hit the ground. This is called free fall acceleration, because the earth pull on every object is same. Object hit the ground at same time in vacuum tube. For example, a feather and a coin will hit the ground with same speed at same time. They both accelerate at 10 meter per second, but actually it is not happen on the surface of Earth due to presence of air resistance. Air resistance on feather is much greater than that on the coin. Falling with air resistance, an object falling near the surface of Earth's surface experiences a force called air resistance. Air resistance is the force that acts in opposite direction of the falling object, that acts upward and tries to slow down the object. Air resistance increases up as the speed of the falling object increases. So the object initially falls with uniform free fall acceleration, that is 10 meter per second. As the object falls, its speed increases, hence air resistance increases. This happens until the air resistance is equal to the weight of falling object. The object then starts to travel with uniform velocity, means no acceleration. This uniform velocity is called terminal velocity until it hits the ground. Thank you. That's the end of our chapter topic. Inshallah, we will meet in next video.